episode of Show Love Regardless. Back at it. Getting to it with my co-host.
JL, F.A., what up?
Yep, I love it. Definitely a lot of fun stuff to get to. Definitely want to catch up. Took a little time off.
Yeah, I just came back from New York, I had to go see the family,
Back to the
Shout out to the family.
Shout out to the family. Yes, love it. Well, let's get right into it. Let's break some of this news down.
Well, you get your Lebron Barbie yet?
You see how we just disrespect?
Yeah, I heard a lot of people. You think people that got her upset?
Upset? Why? Why would you be upset?
Because they can't Kanye West. They can't Kanye West it.
You gotta. You
know, Barbie don't make the private part. And you know, Bron sexuals want to see LeBron's private.
Listen.
You know that they want to Kanye West it.
We all want a LeBron doll.
Nah, I don't want.
We don't want a Shaq figurine. We want a
who makes a Barbie? You're an athlete. Why the hell do you have a whole outfit on? What do your LeBron sexuals want to get a LeBron fucking Barbie?
All I'm saying is that there's a personal issue between you and LeBron.
No, there's no personal issue. I can't stand his fan base. They're out there standing in line for Barbies. And I know they're upset because Mattel don't make no private parts, so they can't open it. They can't take the shirt off, his shorts off or his pants, and see LeBron's private like they want to see.
Listen, it's not a Barbie. For the people
Barbie,
out there who know, it's a LeBron doll.
It's a Barbie. It says Barbie on the box.
I tell you one person who would definitely purchase one of the LeBron dolls.
You? Not me. Well, I ain't buying no damn Barbie.
Not necessarily me, but let's talk about my boy Kevin Gates, because he was posted up sideline at the game courtside with his
Wait, I want to know, how come LeBron didn't step up to him? He's talking about his wife. His wife, his kids, same shit.
That is a valid question. He did come out. Kevin Gates posted up sideline with the new version of Britney Renner, which I have.
Muslim one.
Absolutely. I love the transition. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot. It's humbling for anybody to comply to someone else's religion, but more importantly for themselves. I know she's definitely had some speculative moments on the internet, which we all do. No love lost there, but yeah. But Kevin Gates, what the fuck with Kevin?
But Kevin Gates sound like a LeBron fan. He's mad that his wife is not jumping and going crazy like the white girls when they see him. Only LeBron. Like, you ever see that shit when LeBron fans be like, "Oh, I wish I was his son. I get to call LeBron daddy." Or shit like that.
Listen.
LeBron fan base is a little.
King.
He ain't no king. Stop.
I see.
Stop that.
Listen.
There's only one king, Jesus Christ, right? Is that the only king? Come on.
Haters are born every day. You know what
I ain't a hater, man.
So
I just like to tell the truth, and sometimes the truth people call it hate.
Listen. Yeah, listen. It comes from everybody. It comes from all these all the people who just preying on the guy's downfall.
I ain't praying on his downfall. It's just. Y'all put him on a pedestal, and people get mad when you keep him up. You critique him on that pedestal that y'all put him on. He ain't the GOAT, and that's just it. It doesn't matter.
See, he had to throw that in there. Like, we're not even talking.
You're right.
He had
We're
to
not
throw
talking
that
about
in,
that.
and he's about to go.
Listen,
we can go on about this all day. The real question here is, who is the greatest? Who is there a greatest anymore, or do we need?
You know what it is? It's Michael, Jeffrey. All Jeffs are great. Jeffrey, Jordan.
As I was saying, is there a great, or do we need two more people?
And then there's Kobe, Bean Bryant. Then it's LeBron, Ramon James.
Wow.
He's third.
He called out his government.
Hey,
that's the problem.
I called everybody's middle name out.
He called out his government like he was just like reprimanding him. Listen, the real question here is big threes. Is that a real thing?
Well, we didn't even start yet. You jumping. We just, there's a little, we talking.
I just want to know, because you calling LeBron's not the GOAT.
Let's do a quick little music group. Only thing I listen to is the new West Side Gun. We can do a quick little. It's five songs. Hey. I give it a quick 7, a nice 7. I listened to it the other day running. It was pretty. I like Egypt. Egypt, my favorite song on there.
Einstein, and I think it's number 2.
I just want to give a little.
Let's hear a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay. Rest in peace.
I like how he
I've been into a lot of MF Doom. West Side Gun. Love him. He's so talented.
Super.
So incredible.
We're not gonna take all the time out.
Listen,
if y'all didn't listen to that, go listen to that.
Shouts to the Fly Guy. He said it took him 72 hours to make, edit, and drop.
I mean, it's 10 minutes, but it's a good. It's a good little EP. 5 minutes straight, 10 minutes.
Shouts to the Fly Guy.
Each song 2 minutes is.
Definitely.
I fuck with that.
What else we got on the art side that we can?
I'm gonna throw my boy out there. Zaire Rozier. He dropped the album like 10 years ago. He finally got him on streaming services.
Let's go,
so everybody go listen to the Apostle of Zaire Rozier.
Let's go, Zaire. Way to get it done.
Yeah, I gotta throw that in there.
Rome wasn't built in a day, right?
All right.
Awesome. All right, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. I mean, we talked about it a little bit. We go back to the Lebron Barbie.
Yeah, go for it.
Y'all don't see nothing wrong with y'all standing in line for y'all to pick up a male Barbie.
Listen.
And like I said, I know you guys are upset because Mattel don't make private parts. So I know when y'all pull the pants down so y'all can Kanye West the damn doll, y'all couldn't find anything. So I know y'all upset that y'all bought that doll and Mattel, whatever makes Barbie, didn't put that part in for y'all.
Listen, man. We want to keep and make sure we have something to make sure we literally memorize our king.
Our king. See, I ain't calling no man my king.
We want to memorialize him to make sure that we.
It's in the shrine now, huh? Y'all got that in that shrine with everything. The king.
So the real question, we all want to know is why Kevin Gates. Why did LeBron stand up to LeBron like that?
I don't think it doesn't help his image. Him stepping up to Stephen A. Smith helps his image.
Yes.
Him stepping up to Kevin Gates, what is that? That doesn't help his image.
He basically came down. He came down to succumb to essentially the smaller people. And so
you think Kevin Gates did that on purpose, sitting on courtside and said, but he seemed like he's a LeBron.
So what I think, honestly, I think that was genius of Kevin Gates to go courtside.
He got an album out or something?
He doesn't have an album, but I'm pretty sure one to come out tomorrow because of all this traction he's got. But the fact that he came courtside, he came with Britney.
Well, how do you think he tamed Britney now? How did he tame her and make her a whole
Muslim
lady?
I thought about that.
Right? Like, that clip you sent me, the last stage of a whore, I don't want to say whore or whatever, is a religious woman. You sent me that. That kind of connects right there. The last stage.
So that was a perspective that I had, not me, but someone else.
Yeah, I seen that.
And it was another woman saying that women's last days essentially equate to them falling into some religion to prove to some man that they are committed.
They're changed. They're a different woman.
They're changed. But listen, honestly, for the last year or so, I've been noticing these pictures of Britney cloaked, dressed, quietly. She's been humbling herself.
Celebrating Ramadan this year.
She's really been showing some true, genuine, interest in the field of Islam. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it's very humbling for anybody to, who was in the limelight at some point in time to succumb to another man's, religion.
Yeah.
Because she didn't have to do that, but she definitely is in a position in her life where the beliefs and some of the structure that come from the Islamic culture can help her. Because it can't get worse, but also can get a lot better. And there are a lot of more attributes that I'm pretty sure she can take from it. But more power to her for holding the fort down. But as far as Kevin Gates coming posted up looking like Mr. T with all that drip on out there on the sideline, he basically
he had the open chest out
he had the taco meat out with all that motherfucking ice on.
He's light-skinned motherfucker.
He's basically letting them know that listen, we still got that action, but it's all low over here. But just want to let you know we wasn't shying away from all that. Which
I think he should just drop an album right now. Make that the album cover.
I think it's phenomenal as far as the marketing behind it because he spent that money, but that little bit of courtside, time.
He probably wished LeBron came up to him.
LeBron came up to him and gave him a dap on some we.
LeBron only loves when people kiss his ass. You remember when pulled up to the store, Nick Wright. He had to come, Nick Wright, this, that. I'm like, LeBron, You just love people that push a narrative, and that shit is annoying.
Yo, but you gotta give it to him. Kevin, listen, Kevin Boston.
But Nick Wright, shout out to Nick Wright. All that dick sucking you've been doing, well, I'm sorry. All that loving LeBron has paid off. Like, he acknowledged you, you know?
Yo, listen, all I'm saying here is that Kevin, it was a great
It's no point. People be telling me, yo, you talk all that shit. What if LeBron bumps into you in LA?
I say this shit to him. I say this shit to this dude all the time.
I would have told him, yo, who is your juice connect? That's what I'm going to ask him if I see him. Who is your juice connect? I want to know how this juice is making you, like, what kind of juice did you take it for you to still be playing this way?
This is the shit I got to deal with on a daily.
That's what I would ask that motherfucker.
But, you know, listen, let's think about it like this. He's always going to want to be able to show his whole position or position.
Yeah, he's calculated. That's why you gotta respect that about LeBron. LeBron is a calculated motherfucker.
We're not inciting violence in any shape.
No, yeah. Well, I don't want LeBron. I don't want Kevin Gates to put LeBron in a sense of boundary. Or Phil Nelson in there.
And we don't want LeBron choking Kevin Gates out on the
side. Get out of here. LeBron would have got hurt.
Listen.
He would have had a groin injury.
First of all, LeBron is bigger than Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates just started getting to it. More shouts to your regiment, which we all acknowledge. Keep doing your thing, Daddy. Pause. But don't forget.
You want to go to Kanye's tweets, or we're gonna just jump into the big three thing? Because that's still LeBron.
Let's stay on some of these outside subjects as far as like sports and the impact and people.
Do you want me to play the song "Cousin" or at least some of it? That's your man. That's my man's team. But that's your man's. Thank God it stopped. That song sounds terrible, first of all. That's your man, Ye. That's your man's. I want to know. I mean, we talked about this first episode. We told you Kanye will do anything for attention. I thought he was just going to come out with a porn. This man is telling you that he sucked off his cousin. I should read the tweet. Should I read the tweet?
No. So listen.
I'll read the tweet or what?
We're going to post the tweets, but again, I stand very undivided in.
This is your man. I know you support Kanye to the.
I
support Kanye too, but I don't know about this.
Yeah, I'm going to support Ye, right? And the reason why I'm supporting him is because in the grand scheme of things, Ferg says something really supportive. He's basically letting everything that's in his mind out so he can come whole. So you can essentially...
He's doing all this to sell music.
Of course he's selling music, but at the same time, it's therapeutic in some capacity. Because
we were talking about fucking Adam 22 doing anything for bread. Kanye is on that... Kanye is going down the deep.
No
to
pun
get
intended.
Any attention.
No pun intended.
Now he's talking about he was molesting his cousin, basically. Well, I mean, he was of age.
Was he really molesting his cousin?
They're sucking each other off. That is crazy. That is nuts. That's something you take to your grave. That's something you tell God and tell God, please forgive me for it.
All I'm saying here is if that's what he needs to do to make himself whole, then more.
And then he said that same cousin ended up killing a pregnant woman. He probably fucked his little cousin's head up.
Yeah, it's hard to understand some people, man.
But this always reminds me. I remember when South Park came out with that gay fist Kanye shit, right? My boy, he was the biggest Kanye fan ever. I'm like, yo, Kanye's probably gay. He has all the ingredients for gay. Yeah. He could design clothes. He hangs around gay. He has all the ingredients for being a gay guy, right? Yeah. My boy wanted to fucking kill me. Kanye could never be gay. And then now look what's coming out. So Kanye, he's probably bi, even though he said he's not gay, but.
So
who does it? I'm like, I watched porn as a kid, all right? I never thought, let me imitate that part. I never thought of imitating that part.
Interesting. Interesting. I think one of the things that we tend to forget is there are a lot of pressures in different avenues and different mindsets of men in different ages, right?
That man is a Decepticon. That's what it just means.
Yeah. It's not necessarily a Decepticon. It is very manipulative to use it for future progress.
There's people that really go through that trauma.
There are people, and not saying that he hasn't, but he used it. he weaponized it to further propel his attention seeking rabbit hole that we're all caught up in right now. So again, there are people who go through that shit. There's people who don't talk about that kind of shit because they don't know how to talk about it, or more importantly, because.
And then you gonna put in a song. The song is fucking trash. You're auto-tuning, singing about sucking your man.
But what is wrong with putting in a song? That's what made him a majority of his money.
If it was a good song, you probably look past it.
Every song is gonna be the greatest, especially when it's like, how do you make a song about fucking sucking your cousin off? Great. No, it's kind of like you're essentially
I don't want to hear a song about you sucking your cousin.
Fucking,
that's not cool.
That's not. But the fact that he's using that platform as therapy, you know. If that's your thing, I'm hoping this is helping you get through. I'm helping you get through this moment.
You think it's true?
That's not my place. I could care less if it's true or not. It's not my response.
I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I don't know what to believe anymore with Kanye. So Ye. Sorry. I don't know because this ain't Kanye. This is Ye.
All I'm saying is,
I mean, Kanye did the same shit, but this is Ye.
There's not too much that's gonna keep the attention of people. And I guess that's what he feels he needs to do in order to get people locked in. So that's where we stand out right now as far as that. But let's move right on.
We're at Rich Paul saying the Heat big three wasn't a big three.
Look at this fucking face.
Let me just. I want to hear this. I want to hear this motherfucker say.
The Heat wasn't a big three.
You see what LeBron? You see what they do to push his narrative, bro?
Is one thing. We've seen it not work in other instances. 20 years ago, it didn't work. When the Lakers had all the names, they walked into Detroit and they was beat 4-1 in the finals. So that's not the end all be all. I always love a big two. I don't really love a big three. I don't really. People talk big three, but the big three thing has never really worked. And you say, well, what happened in Miami? That wasn't really a big three. There was three guys that were winning the lottery, and they did really well individually on their team, so they put up big numbers and had big accomplishments. But when you think about it, Bosh was an ultimate professional. He took a back seat, and he played a role in which, because he had such a high IQ and he was such a professional as an individual, his approach to everything is what made that work.
I already know.
Like, that's why I can never respect LeBron's legacy. It's just a bunch of if you're so that great, why we he have to have his minions out here pushing narratives? So you tell me Bosh was averaging like 18 points.
Bosh was good. Bosh wasn't great, bro.
That's one thing I can't stand about that fan base. They'll tell you Kevin Love was trash. They'll tell you all this shit just to make it seem like LeBron was the dude that did everything on it. The man had a lot of help his whole career. He had the most help ever out of all these dudes.
We all know basketball is not a one man.
So you're telling me these motherfuckers got on stage, not 2, not 3, not 4, they were so confident that. Why were they so confident? Because they made a fucking cream team. They made a team that went to 4 straight finals. They was number 1 in the fucking East every fucking year they were together. I don't know if they were together.
The East is not a big conference. They're not really like that on the East.
So that's what I be telling these LeBron niggas. Y'all were talking about him running the East, and he went against a soft ass conference.
Listen, but he
had stacked teams.
But he still made it out.
Oh, he went to 8 straight finals. The nigga had the best team in the fucking East. Of course he went to the fucking 10 straight finals. The man had all the talent stacked up against him. And if they bitch about the Warriors, you can't bitch about the Warriors. You started this fucking mess. Now you're reaping the fucking, not the benefit, but you're reaping the karma of you starting these stacked teams. And I feel like it's disrespectful that these LeBron fans, killing this fucking nigga Rich Paul, they just go around disrespecting everybody to put LeBron on a fucking pedestal. That's what they love doing.
Oh hell!
That's why we can't stand. That's why a lot of basketball fans can't stand his fan base, and I feel like his greatness is manufactured. Like, he's great, yes, he's a fucking freak of nature, of course, but there's a lot of shit in there that made him he got 4 rings, cool, even though the bubble ring's a bubble ring. I hate to sound like that because I'm a Lakers fan, but whatever. I just feel like, look, even Luka's running him right now, and they're still gonna say that LeBron did everything. Like, but let's go. I don't even want to talk about this topic. I just want to say, yo, it was a big three. All right. Stop disrespecting Chris Bosh. The man was He was leading Toronto on his own. Then he came and joined forces with your man to make him win a ring because he couldn't win on his own in Cleveland. Well, yeah, let's go to the next thing. We're talking about Karmelo's bell.
So wait, let's stay around this sports scene for a second because there's a lot of things that we can kind of like. Karmelo's bail is cool because.
Oh, you want to talk about playoff predictions right now?
Yeah, let's talk about the playoff prediction. Well,
I mean, games already. We have a couple games already, but who's playing today? I think the Knicks play today. The Knicks are playing right now.
Yeah.
And then they got who else is playing today? The OKC, Memphis, and Denver and OKC. Clippers. Well, I mean, the Knicks series. I think the Knicks are gonna win in I'll give them 6.
6?
Yeah. I'll give Detroit another game. It goes 6 or 7.
First of all, shout out to Detroit for having a great turnaround year. You guys out here.
They really. Shout out to that coach. He should get coach of the year because he
definitely changed that squad up. But there's a lot of good teams. A lot of new. You see the transition of basketball happening. Let's just say that if the Lakers don't make it to the next round.
I got Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6.
And then OKC, Memphis. That's a sweep.
Well, that's OKC. Like the over under on that is crazy.
It's a sweep.
How do you got Golden State?
I think that's gonna be tough. They just lost Jimmy Butler. I don't know how long he's not. I don't know how long he's.
Man, that was a tough call, man. I feel bad for Jimmy because he was glazing fucking Steph last week. Talking about he's my Batman. Yeah. Yo, but who else you got here coming out of
And then we got the Denver Clippers.
You got.
I think that's going 7.
Yeah, that's a tough.
It's close. It's close.
But you see,
if Kawhi playing like that, like he played last game,
39. Yeah. But did you see how Russ is out there still balling?
Yeah, I mean Russ is gonna do anything.
People always try to put Russ in that fucking spotlight of being the problem.
But he doesn't. He's hustling.
He'll do anything to win the game.
Yeah, to win the game. Yeah.
Every game, every play, he's out there. He's out there giving his 100%, man.
Boston, Orlando, I think that's a sweep too.
Boston, Atlanta, definitely a sweep. Jaylen Brown, is it true that Jaylen Brown got a hairpiece? I didn't believe it.
I mean, he cut his hair. You mean he had a hairpiece before that?
No, but yeah, so apparently those braids. What people are saying those braids aren't real.
I never heard that. I don't know.
And then apparently
because he had hair when he came in. He had the high top when he came in the league.
It's a piece.
Even when he had the high top.
Yeah. And then the room. If you look at
that man trying to be LeBron, huh?
Apparently he's got a moonroof right now that's sprayed into him. You notice someone put it on camera the other day, and I didn't think about it. It's not my place to think about it, but to see it in circulation, I was like, what? Jaylen Brown? No, he's not rocking the lace front. No, never that.
And what about the Bucks in Indiana? You didn't get in that one.
Bucks in Indiana? Come on. Why would you ask me that? You know how much I hate Halibut.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna beat the Bucks.
I know. It's close.
It's like Giannis has nobody right now.
2-0.
He ain't gonna come back. I don't think they ain't gonna.
Dame's playing, but he came back last game. But
he did?
Yeah, but he's shit, and he wasn't. He's dealing with blood clots and shit like that, you know.
And then the last series is Cleveland and Miami, right?
Cleveland and Miami.
Yeah, that's a sweep.
That's a sweep too.
Yeah.
But that's basically for this round. But let's just move right along as far as NBA professionalism. I know a couple weeks ago, this is a good topic came up a couple weeks ago. Isaiah Thomas, the bad mouth little bully that he is, who ruined a whole sector of basketball. What was it, the CBA?
Oh wait, let me actually wait up. We could actually.
Coach, I would never let one of my players walk out on the floor looking like this. I mean, we are professional NBA league. We ain't summer league. We ain't at the YMCA.
I think coaches gotta go back to suits.
Absolutely. I just think the professionalism in our NBA league has diminished so much. And I like LeBron. I'm a fan of his.
Yo, I'm tired of this fake fucking love. You address a positive with a negative.
Yo, he's right. Yo, that's all. Yo, we need to go. We need to go dig up that. R.I.P. to David Stern. We need to go revive this dude and come. Adam Silver got the league looking like a zoo. These guys do whatever they want. They're trying to sell a product. The product is not being. They got LeBron here tatted up, all naked and jumping in his suit. Like, why do you have to do that? Go put a fucking warm up. They got warm up for a reason. Throw your warm ups on.
He's a hater too.
I don't give a damn.
Yo, Isaiah Thomas.
I don't care.
Used to choke
I agree with him. Isaiah, when did he choke his coach? That ain't pretty well.
Yo, Isaiah Thomas literally choked his coach. Literally.
That was on TV?
Yes, man.
It was on TV.
During the game. Listen,
I want to see this.
Isaiah Thomas was one of the only players that Michael Jordan thought was absolutely rude and disrespectful to the game.
You don't even like Jordan.
Yeah, of course you don't like Jordan.
You.
I didn't. First of all, I didn't say I didn't like Jordan. What I said was, Jordan is one of the greatest.
He did choke his coach.
Exactly. See, Isaiah was out here choking coaches, talking about professionalism. This man bankrupted the whole league.
It was like a little. Hey, relax.
Hey, listen. Let me choke someone you know, and let me swing and justify that as professional. Never.
Was that his coach? Or whose coach was that?
Yo, it was his coach. Listen. We need to understand that
he definitely got fined for that. He acted like he did not get fined. And that was the assistant coach. And that's my side help. That ain't the head coach.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
He ain't doing that to Chuck. That's the head coach.
Because he didn't choke the head coach.
That's the head coach. Come on.
Listen, all I'm saying is that, things change over time. The sport evolves. What we consider professionalism evolves. LeBron, put some fucking clothes on. You see how we always
put some fucking clothes on.
You see how we always keep going back to this LeBron situation.
Yo, because he's the one out here all naked. Look at my pecs. Look at my pecs. Look at my tattoos. Look, I'm the chosen one. Get out of here. Put your damn warm-ups on.
We all know what's the real issue out here, or who the real issue is. But on a lighter note...
Yo, you know he destroyed the league, man. I'm never going to respect the man for that. He destroyed the league. The league got love.
On a lighter note, let's talk about... we're staying around sports, not, pocket watching anything, but more importantly, let's talk about Floyd, right?
Oh, your man Floyd. He buying up New York. That's what I heard. He buying up New York. You talking about? Floyd, why would Floyd lie about buying up New York? He got the bread, he buying up New York. He like the new Trump, he buying up New York. That's what they said, right?
Floyd, what the fuck is going on out here, my boy? Like, come on, listen, Floyd. You don't have to address this to anybody. You have no reason to speak in regards to anything along those lines. I see that no one has said anything alongside this. No one has literally investigated this situation. Again, it's none of our places to do so, but I just would hate to see how, people come at you. And I guess that's one of the things, when you have to kind of separate yourself from being in your own lane.
Did you hear he's did he get arrested for real?
Oh, yeah. Huh?
What, Mayweather?
No. I don't know. That has happened.
It's probably some.
But
because they were talking about he's exposed. He's going bankrupt for after having a $402 million scam.
So
Stephen A. Smith was talking about it.
Problem solved. Fiverr's got talented freelancers for anything we need.
That's kind of sidetracked right now, but
good fighters, my brother.
But you remember which call said that? It's like Floyd broke.
Ladies and
What's that
gentlemen,
damn boxer, little light skin dude?
Chaos.
Yeah, he said that remember he was saying that he said the nigga was trapped in Dubai. They had him on ransom because he couldn't pay to come back. He owed him some bread.
No, that's
not the case. What happened
was just embarrassing. Look at this here, please. This is a beautiful house, my man.
That's not even. But they saying Floyd lying about saying he buying up New York. I don't know.
So none of us really know, right? We're kind of just all speculating. That's what we do, and we think about it like this. Floyd doesn't have to answer any of us. It's none of our places, but more importantly, it's his legacy, right? And if this is the lane that he wants to live in, then let him live. Like, but it's just interesting to me to see. Let's just say that if that is the case, it would be very disturbing to know because that's his brand, right? Money May, right?
Yo, he probably ain't got it, but he's saying he got it. People do that all the time. We live in LA, we see that all the time. The lie's better than the truth sometimes.
It's more entertaining.
It's more entertaining.
Cap in my
big money way. We'll know if he has an exhibit fight soon, whatever. An exhibition, I said exhibit. An exhibition soon. We know the money low.
Come on, champ.
I don't know.
Come on, champ. Come on, champ. Make sure. Listen, let them tear your legacy down. You need some time to realign yourself and reassess and regroup. Take that time to yourself. Don't fall. Don't let them trick you out your spot, man.
I know you don't want to talk about my man Kendrick. You hating on Kendrick. Shout out to him to be the brand ambassador for
Chanel.
Chanel, My man doing some shit right now. I know everybody, I'm one of the bots, one of the K-bots, My man winning right now, and I know a lot of people don't want to see that. They don't like it, but it is what it is. While I was in New York, he dropped Luther.
Yeah.
What do you think about that video?
Luther, listen, it's a phenomenal collab. Definitely allows us to remember some of the great, music of our time.
I like how he let Luther play a little bit. That was cool.
Yeah, it was an homage to him in some capacity, and I thought it was great how he did that. For me on my scale, again, I'm not a big K-Dot listener. I'm not saying I'm a fan. I'm a fan of music, but I'm not a K-Dot listener as much as this young man. But I definitely must say that it was cool to see that.
You think were you reading into that him using one of the director did a couple of Drake videos like God Playing and all that? You think he did that on purpose? He still poking fun at Drake?
Of course he is. Like it's a never-ending war. It's the war.
You see, he started his tour already. It looked like he got a lot of K-bots at his tour. A lot of people out there sold out. So he's already the highest tour. He already broke the record in Houston.
For hip hop this year, we don't got a lot of people.
No, in history, it's not because of this year. Come on, bro. He broke Drake's number. He's breaking everything Drake does. Or anything that bass motherfucker does, Kendrick is obliterating all that shit. All your little records is gonna be gone soon, bro. And he's a conscious rapper. He ain't no pop rapper. Just remember that. A conscious rapper is going to work on a pop rapper, a pop artist.
So I got something to say about
remember that.
He is a conscious rapper, but his delivery.
That's why I hate when people try to compare.
His delivery
you can't compare a conscious rapper to a pop rapper.
But his conscious rap kind of gives me gang ties rap, right?
Certain songs, not all of them. There's certain songs. That's where he's from. He can't deny where he's from, which is down the block over there.
Yeah. It definitely is. But listen, more shout out to that movement. But if I had to give it a rating off of the whole album,
that video, no, how we rating the video?
Rating the video, I would give it like a 7.8.
Oh, you giving it more than I gave it a 6.5. I feel like it was a calm video, but I'll give it a 7. I'll go with 7.
I must say the reason why I gave it that 7.8 is
I like the little miles to Luther, man.
That's what it was.
I like that. That was cool. But it was like a simple black and white.
Yeah, it's simple, but it says a lot. But more importantly, it pays respect to people who gave him that sample.
It's a nice video.
So I respect that. But
let's go on. We want to talk about the Mount Rushmores right now, or
no. What I do want to talk about. It's a sad little app. It's very relevant news. Is Gilbert Arenas' son.
Oh, I just seen that. That just happened. That's crazy.
Dude's in an induced.
They say he has no body injuries, but he's in induced coma.
He's in an induced coma.
Something about smoke.
No, it was a car accident.
No, they said that the smoke in the he breathed in too much smoke because they say he has no bodily harm, but he breathed in too much smoke. That's why they induced him into a coma. Smoke elevation, whatever. I don't know the word. I ain't trying to.
Man, well,
yeah, that's recent. That just happened.
It happened today, and it's crazy to see.
Yeah, we hear all that. He's a big prospect. That's kind of scary. That's crazy.
It is. When you're an athlete and you hold that level of celebrity, you gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect your peace.
You can't control a damn car accident. You can't be like, all right, Shit happens.
But yeah, he's driving a Cybertruck. That means that basically he was either the aggressor or someone took that out on him intentionally, or he was driving.
He didn't say Cybertruck. Let's get him. That's probably Elon in there.
He was driving too fast, and the impact is what caused the issue.
But they say he has no bodily harm. It's just smoke.
Well, that means that the car. That means that the truck did its job. So essentially, when a Cybertruck or a Tesla gets into an accident, the battery is usually the first thing that starts smoking, and that they tell you to get out of your car.
He probably didn't get out.
He probably didn't get out of the car, and the smoke is what caused him to get sick.
Man, speedy recovery, man. We don't want to see young men get hurt out here.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
And we've been seeing a lot of that all year from the most infamous. Yeah, I hate to say it.
Let's hope.
Shannon Sharp, come to the front of the congregation.
You want to talk about Shannon?
Come to the front of the congregation, Shannon. Cause Lord,
100 mil
Lord,
gone,
Lord.
Man. 100 mil is gone.
You know what? We had this.
You gotta be faster than that. He's trying to get bitch is like, nah, you ain't getting that. You gotta pay me for some skim milk. He didn't get no high class milk, some skim milk, She not giving us. What was he thinking?
Shannon, he is calling it skim milk.
Nah, he ain't getting good milk. There's a lot of good milk out there. I see some good milk on IG all the time, and that ain't on top of the list, bro.
The man is calling it skim milk, not even a full.
It's not a tall glass of milk. It's
not
some
even
skim
vitamin
milk.
D. Pause.
That's it, fat free. That shit got no cream in it at all.
You see, he was out here drinking fat free skim milk.
Oh my God. Trying to choke her. My nigga, you know how you look trying to choke this shit, talking about you gonna choke her?
I don't care how you spin it. I don't care how you flip it and bounce it.
This guy's crazy, man.
She was 19. I don't care if that's legal. She was still 19.
I mean, it is legal. I know it's crazy. What are you talking to with a 19-year-old?
What would make you think that?
Like, what do you? That's like your kid. Like, what are you talking to her about? Like, my rule is 25, bro. If you're under 25, you're a little girly.
Look me in the face, Shannon. What? What's wrong with you? 19? Damn, they must be running out of pussy.
Freaky freak.
They must be running out of pussy.
Academics is a freaky freak.
Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing over here? Like.
And then now they're just pulling up clips, like making.
You're making Tracy Ellis Ross look like.
No, let's play this. Let's play this. Wait. Let's play this.
My wage.
Wait, let's go back. This is what he said about dating young women.
Date your age. Well, I want to date my wage.
Yeah, he want to date his wage. That bitch wasn't worth.
I'm finna shut all this is down tonight. I want to date my wage.
He jeopardized $100 million for this skim milk.
I want to date my wage.
Hold on. Cause I keep it on.
Yeah, why the fuck does he keep that little beard here? What the fuck is that? That's some down country shit.
What they say they call that the pussy stash.
Oh my God, yo! I don't get that shit right there.
Let me clean that off after like that. All I'm saying is
now all the warnings, and he was even on he had the interview with Schultz. He's talking about so he don't even go on the interview. He don't even go on the elevator with a woman. When a woman comes to clean his apartment, like his home, he steps out. Why didn't you take your own advice? Like,
one thing I did see though, honestly, I'm gonna say is that Shannon really retreated into a corner, right?
And wait, why did he offer 10 mil? It just makes you look crazy. Now, why would you admit that? Why?
Offering this little girl $10 million?
Why?
Like, what would make you think the level of what you did was excuse that? You lost everything. And it matter it
doesn't matter. In the court of opinion, you look guilty. You paid her 10. You offered to pay her 10 mil.
Shannon, you don't even got. Listen. Again, I'm not trying to.
But yo, one good thing, the gay rumors.
We know he ain't gay.
He ain't gay.
No,
Shannon, you got what you wanted, kind of. They're not gonna be calling you gay.
Now we know that you ain't gay, Shannon.
Yeah, but that don't mean the niggas still be,
But we know you stupid.
Yeah, you stupid as hell.
We know you ain't gay, but we know you damn sure stupid. Listen, man.
And you see some people trying to bring that white girl. If it was a black girl, this, that, and third.
White girl, black girl. She was 19.
Shit. 19.
Same shit.
They would have paid. At least with a black girl, you probably would have paid. She probably would have gotten knocked up.
And you would have paid. But you shouldn't have been fucking that little girl and expect.
You say you gonna put a black baby in.
What you like? What's gonna happen? Y'all gonna ride off in a fucking sunset and fucking have little premature baby? Like, come on, man. What's wrong with you?
Yo, man. They throwing it at him, man. He bigger than he ever been. They throwing it at him and he taking it. He a freaky freak.
You look crazy out there right now.
Nah, he look crazy.
And then the defendant, and then the like.
And then ESPN already gave you the boot. Now you're talking about he taking a leave of absence. That's you fired. Disney not playing around with
This whole year you were interviewing people in their darkest times in their life, talking about the demise.
I know Amanda Seals is probably smiling right now.
Now you're turning around.
I guess he's about to drop a video soon.
And now you're defending your own shit.
Kick him while he down. Kick.
That milk is spoiled. That milk is spoiled.
Like, come on, bro. You could have found something crazy on IG, man. I'm telling you, there's some milk on. I don't like milk, but I'm not a milkman. But they be having milk on it.
That ain't Cambodian milk. Why, Shannon?
This is. I don't even want to. I don't even want to keep talking about this. This is. Let's go back. Well, you want to be on some serious shit. Karmelo's bail.
Let's talk about that. There's still, this still has some undertone of sports. Young men.
I don't know. You don't know. I don't know what to believe. Every day there's a new story.
And there's so much now. There's a lot more video evidence of their actual knowing each other prior to the whole incident.
I don't even know that's true now.
And then
they said he was suspended. Now I'm hearing he was suspended from school. I don't know what to believe. And he went to another school to meet. It just I don't know what to believe now. I just think it's fucked up that somebody lost their kid, like I said before, and people are trying to make it like it's a win for black people, or it's a loss for I feel like this shit is whack at the end of the day. Somebody lost their kid. You see they had the white dudes, white man meeting or whatever. They called the dad. The dad's like, yo, I don't want no parts with this. Like, my son's there. I don't care about y'all using my son. Y'all don't care about my son. Y'all just using him to do this little race bait.
For your own agenda.
For your own agenda. Like, both sides is doing it. I think it's corny.
It's fucked up on both sides.
On both sides. I'm not. Probably in my 20s, I would have been on that.
There's no reason to race bait that whole situation.
Somebody lost their life. Two people lost their lives.
Two people lost their lives, technically. And this young man has to deal with the fact that you defended yourself. Like, he wasn't proposing to lose your life.
I feel like, you could have fought.
You could have fought. You could have took that L.
People lose fights all the time,
You're
man.
stabbing someone to death in their heart. Like, again, I'm not saying it was wrong. He defended himself, but at the same time, that wasn't necessarily the best choice in that situation. Because that kid, Austin, did not.
Alex Metcalf?
His name's Austin, right?
Austin Metcalf or something like that.
But
I'm sorry if I got your name.
I'm pretty sure if that kid's threatening you or punking you at that point in time, yes, you must have felt threatened, but not enough for you to stab this kid in his heart to protecting yourself. Like, what happened in that moment? Again, I can't talk from a position of judgment because I don't know what happened in that moment for you to feel so threatened to stab this young man in his heart. So,
they reduced his bond.
But they did.
That's why I'm like, y'all gonna scream racism now? They reduced his bond, even though it was a black judge.
Exactly. They did reduce his bond. He got out on bond.
But what do you think about the dad coming to the press conference and they escorting him out? There was a press conference they had. He's a hurt dad though.
He's a hurt dad. Right or wrong, his key lost.
And you can already tell he's not on that race bait because he's going against both sides.
Put it like he lost his boy.
Yeah, and then you have a side that why are you having a press conference? Like, he killed somebody. Like, why is he having a press conference for?
Yeah, it's sad.
I feel like I hate that they're making this guy a victim. He stabbed somebody. He's a murderer. Like, it is what it is.
So they'll say you're seeing it with like this, almost like this negative connotation is like he's a murderer. He
killed somebody. He didn't have to kill.
He didn't have to kill that kid, but he was defending himself, but not to the point where you needed to stab someone in the heart. Like, there should be no situation on a school ground that you feel like two brothers standing in front of you threatening you. They didn't threaten you to lose your life, right? All I'm saying is that.
I didn't think if it was. I feel like one side, if it was the other way around, you would feel for the father, like. And now we're just making it. I feel like it's corny to make it a race bait. most of you guys didn't experience racism, and y'all keep on acting like it's the 60s.
Yeah, you know.
It's not the 60s no more. Stop doing it. It's corny to keep doing this. Like, get over it. Like, yo, the dude died. It's messed up. Black, white, green, whatever. It's messed up. It's still a messed up. Like, a kid lost his leg, bro, to something that could have been prevented. Like,
and you know, and Link, again, it's a tricky one. We're all just standing on the sideline, kind of getting the information as it's presented to us. So, to everyone involved in that, definitely hold your head and you know, and let's just pray for them. But moving along, another unfortunate situation tied to that, not tied to that, but along those lines is Kyron Lacey, an LSU football player, who unalived himself recently after unfortunately unaliving another person in an accident. And people are saying the self-inflicted wound is what essentially is what he chose to do after causing this accident to begin with. And so I guess he couldn't deal with the situation, or it was too much on him mentally. So he felt the only way he could handle it was by, you know, taking it into his own hands. So how do you feel about that?
That's wild, man. That's wild.
Yeah. It is wild. That was actually when Odell Beckham was man's. He was actually like under like a mentorship through Odell Beckham, like.
So you telling me he got into a car accident, killed somebody?
Yes.
Then he probably thought his life was over and said, "Fuck it."
Yes. So from my understanding, it was kind of like the dude from the Raiders, the dude who he was driving so fast that it was nothing. It was all his fault completely, right? Yeah. He drove. He
Then he would have been drafted tonight.
He would have been drafted tonight. This kid would have been drafted tonight. He literally. It's sad because he lost his opportunity to be drafted. Like, dude, should have been in the draft tonight, but he's no longer with us. You know, it's, man, you gotta understand it's a lot to like. His mom is probably like, I should have been watching my boy up on the screen. I remember Kyron, like, he won a chip. He won a chip in LSU.
Yeah, LSU, yeah.
Man, I'll tell you, you gotta understand, like, it's a lot for you to kind of keep those things in perspective when you're dealing with, you know, these everyday issues and playing sports and being a face of, so you know, as a celebrity.
So, but let's lighten it up a little bit.
Go for it.
What do you think about Mount Rushmore that's going around? All these Mount Rushmores.
Yo, shout out to AI for creating these Mount Rushmores. What do you think?
You want to give a quick? I mean, we could do a rap Mount Rushmore real quick. You think it's top 5?
What do you think?
I mean, your top 4 in there.
Damn, my top 4 in the Mount Rushmore. One would have to be Nas.
All right.
One would have to be Kiss.
That's just hard.
One would have to be Jay.
You got one more.
And who was the last one?
Four is hard though.
Man, that's a tough one, man.
Mine is 50.
Oh, and Jay. 50. Sorry, and 50.
50, Jay, Kendrick. Damn, that shit's hard.
See?
And Nas? Should I say Nas?
So,
no, Banks. I'm gonna put Banks in.
Banks. So I got Nas, 50, Jay-Z, and Jada Kiss. And you got who?
Mine's 50, Jay, Banks, and Kendrick.
That's a good one. Banks is definitely up
Yeah,
there.
I feel like a lot of people sleep on my man Banks.
He's definitely been doing some work. I can definitely say.
Yeah, you see, and Banks about to drop. He about to drop All or Nothing 3. He about to drop that. So we'll be on the lookout for that.
Shout out to my boy Banks and Rooney.
People be trying to sleep
Blue
on
Hefner. Yeah, but so essentially. It's bigger than just the rap Mount Rushmore. They've been AI's been creating these Rushmores in different genres.
We seen the adult film, black adult film one.
The black adult film Mount Rushmore.
Oh man, y'all had me in the choco when I was 14. When I seen that list, they had me in the choco. I do not watch porn anymore. I am against
Listen,
that.
I don't
but
have.
They had me in the chokehold when I seen the one that had Cherokee on it. Shout out to Cherokee. I seen one with Pinky. Pinky before she got fat. I mean, she was before she got OD fat.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think she does shit anymore. And then they had Roxy Reynolds. Roxy Reynolds, she good.
I'm surprised they didn't have what's her name up there. What's her name? The black. What's her name? The younger black chick. She like everyone thought she was fucking Kai that on his stream one day.
Oh, I forgot her name. I know you're talking about. I forgot her name. I know you're talking about though.
Yeah.
But I think it was like the veterans. They had the veterans.
Oh, okay, the veterans.
I forgot who was the fourth one they had on there. Damn, what's her name again? The black chick with the big ass. Oh, damn, I forgot her name. But you guys have probably seen it. I mean, I'll probably find that.
But listen, there's a lot of Mount Rushmores going up.
The mixtape,
white rapper Mount Rushmores, the mixtape Mount Rushmores.
Yeah.
What was another one I just saw? The Houston rappers Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. I just seen Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
I'm like, how the hell they have Puerto Rican? They even have Banks on it. They had freaking Fat Joe, Big Pun, Jim Jones, and they had Joel Ortiz.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the hell you gonna
Joel
have Puerto
Ortiz
Rican?
is nice though.
He is, but how you not have
Ortiz.
Banks on there? Like, you're gonna have Jim Jones. You have the half Puerto Rican Jim Jones in there, but you're gonna have the half Puerto Rican Banks on there.
Yeah.
You should take Fat Joe. I mean, Fat Joe, yeah, whatever, but he's not better than Banks but he has some hits. But whatever.
Yeah, no, he definitely did. He definitely did.
But I know a lot of people, the FB, whatever they did. I know a lot of people don't like Fat Joe right now because Puerto Ricans had a hand in creating hip hop, and there's a lot of black people that did not like that. Remember they had that whole drama?
Listen, the Latin Americans have always had rhythm. Just because.
I mean, don't get them wild up right now, man.
Listen, Latin Americans have always had rhythm. We can't give listen. There may be someone in both cultures, Black America, Latin America. They may all
Caribbean American. I feel like it was a melting pot that created this genre. Whether you like it or not, yes, it probably a Black American originated with Black Americans, but I feel like all walks of life of blacks that lived in those type of ghettos, whatever, they came and they created that genre.
Sound.
Yeah, that sound. It comes this sound from every type of culture. I hate that people that try to gatekeep culture. Culture is supposed to be spread and shared with people. If people,
that's what makes it a culture.
That it's supposed to be spread. I know these people want to gatekeep, think they have some power over culture. Culture is supposed to be spread. Like we eat Italian food, we eat this. It's the cultures being spread between.
I love Italian food, even though I'm black.
We eat everything. It's just that's what. I remember South we had a clip with that. Where culture is supposed to be shared. It's not supposed to be gatekeeped. I know you guys want to gatekeep everything. No, this our shit. Whatever floats your boat, but culture's supposed to be spread, and that's how it grows.
That's how we grow. That's how we learn. That's how we.
America's a melting pot. We have everybody here. Like it is what it is. You want to argue and gatekeep, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah,
let's go.
We got a responsibility of making sure that we pass along all this information to the next generation. Stop gatekeeping, son.
We were talking about.
Stop gatekeeping.
You want to talk about Tracy Ellis Ross? We should have connected that with the Shannon Sharp.
Absolutely. Let's get back on this level, right? Because we got a couple of them.
Let me.
About this that often I date younger men, and a lot of it is because.
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way. We're across the table. Your husband goes, "But why?" And I said, "Well, maybe because I can."
Yes, This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's.
It's fun. She's funny.
Tracy Tales.
But
I'm sorry.
But one of the reasons, though, because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous? There's that. But a lot of men, we've talked about this that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and...
I don't hear no more. I feel like, yo, be real. Stop with the semantics, all right? You want to date younger men because you want to do this. The same reason why older men date young women. You want to control. You want to be able to do what the hell you want. You want to do... That's the reason why you like younger men. There's there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. I hate that toxic masculinity shit, all right? There's no such thing as I can't even speak. There's no...
Randall Robin.
You just want to be a sugar mama. You want to have a dude that jumps and do whatever you tell him to do. And you can't do that with older men. So now, you want a younger dude that you can run over and tell him to jump and he asks you how high. And you want to... That's what happens with most people that have power. Women, men. You have power, you want somebody that's going to obey to that power and do whatever you say. Just tell the truth. There's no toxic mind. You just want a younger man so he could do whatever the fuck you want him to do. Just be honest. Stop doing these fucking word semantics. Oh, I don't like toxic masculinity. Yo, toxic masculinity just came out like fucking a few years ago. Nobody gave a fuck about. There was no such thing as toxic masculinity until one of y'all came up with y'all groupthink shit and y'all all just fell in line with that bullshit.
I guess it's like someone framed it. They kind of coined the phrase toxic masculinity. So now that's the kind of excuse for anything that doesn't go their way. So essentially that's what we're doing.
Yeah, this is what we're doing basically. Like, yo, men are men, women are women, all right? We have our traits. You can't just say that this is toxic. It's like you guys don't want us to be what men are. Y'all want us to be some shit y'all don't even like. Shit that y'all call them nice guys, or shit, like the shit that you guys saying that is toxic. When a man is opposite of that, y'all gonna call him shit, nice guy. We run over them. It's like y'all saying y'all want to say and y'all know y'all don't want it. Stop playing these games. You guys like what y'all consider toxic masculinity.
So, is that true? Do women allow things to... Let me rephrase this. Do women do things that we couldn't get away with it and call it toxic if we do it?
No.
You don't think women do that? You don't think women do things that we're not allowed to do and call it toxic if we do it? Like, for example...
explain it.
I'll give you a good example. Combativeness, right? We may feel that a good way to like kind of cleanse ourselves of a situation is by having an open-ended conversation, right? But some people get very passionate about it and someone yells. Some people feel like yelling is what is going to help us get or understand it or get through to that person, right? Now, and that's how some people really perceive that, voicing their opinion and literally voicing their opinion. Now, the question here is, if a woman's doing that, is it because she's passionate? Can you say the same thing for men? Or is that's just men being masculine and being toxic, showing toxic masculinity traits by yelling at a woman? Is it toxic coming from them as well as us? Or are there different standards for that?
I don't know. I never heard them. I don't see people going around saying toxic femininity or whatever. I mean,
oh, that's great. No one says toxic femininity. No one says toxic femininity.
I mean, I think we people probably said it in spite, but I don't think people are really pushing that.
Like, but is there toxic femininity? Yes.
If I said it's not toxic, man, I can't say it's toxic femininity because I feel like I just said it's not toxic.
So why can't we just call it toxic in general? Right?
Yeah, anything that's not good is toxic. It's not. You don't have to coin.
But the question here is, who's the judge?
They're making it seem like it's bad to be a man. Like simple traits of us is bad. So.
But that keeps going into the definition of these phrases, definitions of what a man is, definition of what's bad. So people create these. They coin these phrases or coin the definition.
And you know, everybody's a groupthink now. Everybody sees shit on social media and then they just,
so this is what it is.
That. Yeah.
This is what it is, and that's what I'm gonna call it. So we're redefining things and coining them differently and calling.
I told you, there's no more individuals no more, bro. They just turn on they pull up their phone. Oh yeah, this is what I want now, or yeah, this is what I believe now. We live in that era, like.
Listen, people,
there's a lot of impressible people out here, and they're being impressed. They're getting freaking mind controlled by social media or whatever's on the net.
I know a lot of people joke about this and say, "Hey, listen, there's no way social media is controlling my mind." And they
don't understand the power of the mind.
You don't understand the power of
it. Subconsciously, you be picking up everything, like,
and literally subconsciously, and it is a real thing. So sometimes it's okay to have a little bit of detox from the screen.
Yeah, I gotta do because I be in my phone a lot too.
So when people get real defensive about, I don't know, social media do it.
It's doing it.
You don't even know it.
It is.
You don't even know it.
Subconsciously, you picking up everything.
Let's get it together. Let's get it together.
So let me done with that. Well, that's one thing. I mean, I forgot to play this shit while we was talking about the Sand and Sir. I seen some skit the other day that shit had me down.
Play it, because listen, we can backtrack.
I feel like, yo, dudes, we have to be on this. Like, you know, we just have
Shannon, you did it all year, Shannon. You was sitting here running down on people in their dreams.
Nah, I don't know. Do you remember the skit I was talking about? Wait up, where is it? This one right here. This shit had me dying. But
before you move any further, I just need you to make sure that you're okay being here.
Of course I am.
No, that's just say here. Say that here that you're okay. Record it.
I'm fine being here.
No, say your name. Say your name.
Isabel?
Then what? Say your last name. Say your name.
Isabel, I know. I'm fine being here.
You can keep going, yeah. Water, just water, nothing inside. Wait, I'm gonna make sure that you just water.
Wait, why are you sitting all the way over there? Come sit next to me.
You want me to come sit next to you? That's what you want.
Yeah?
Okay, just say it right here.
It's so weird.
You want me to sit down next to you or next to yes or no?
Yes.
Just say your name.
Okay, Isabel wants me.
Your last name again.
Isabel, I know what's name. You said next.
There you go.
What's upstairs?
This is my bedroom.
You don't want to show me?
Of course, what? That's another set of paperwork, though. Holding hands, give a hug. Here it is, sexual intercourse. Sign right here, initials here.
What is this?
Oh, that means that you agree. That's what it is. Here you go. Yeah. After you, I can show you the room.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, the way women work, their mind, I mean, I don't want to say women, but they could tell you, like, I changed my mind. You could play that, you could have that evidence and play it like, no, I changed my mind, and you still did it.
Yeah, everything you're saying right now is 100% right? Think about this.
Because I've seen that argument where they're like, what if I change my mind? Like, I'm like, so you tell me I could show this proof and say, you changed your mind between it? Like, that's kind of scary. That's why I'm like, yo, I think you have to do this nowadays. Like, you don't want to get me too.
You have to have 3 tiers of consensualness in order to move forward. And then you may not even have a camera.
Because we could go back to that same thing. Shannon probably was really telling her to choke or talking dirty to her. Yeah. And she used that against him. Like, oh, we always talk dirty, but now I want my bread. You didn't, all right, I want more than 10 mil. You see what makes it messy that makes it 10 mil was before the pimp got involved. The pimp was like, we need 50 mil.
Yeah.
You see that what makes it say that shit?
That's exactly what it was. No one pushes that envelope more. Like the fact that
the lawyers were like, yo, we need more than 10 mil.
The fact that he said 10 and then, like, you opened the floodgate.
You're 20 years old. 10 mil?
10
mil's good.
You think 10 mil?
Well, you want 50? Come on. No, we going back to Shannon. So Shannon, we're ashamed of you. I said Shannon.
I'm not even listen. Again, I am not passing any judgment here.
No judgment. I'm just.
But the craziness about it is that you offered a 19-year-old girl, you offered a 19-year-old girl $10 million to shut about your sexual activities. And if you thought what you were doing was so bad, right, or wasn't so bad, why would you offer some little girl $10 million? You thought it ended there? Robbery does not...
You give him money, bro. You see what happened to Mike? Mike gave him settle money, they just kept coming back. Everybody started coming. Oh, you gave him 5 mil? I want 20 mil. You gave him 6 mil? I want 35 mil. It is what it's not gonna be. It's gonna be a gravy train. Everybody, you get money that easy?
If you wasn't doing anything wrong, why'd you offer him money?
Oh, you should have pulled a Jay. He said, nah, my guy.
You see, Jay
yo, Skim milk. Yo, Skim milk. You're not getting bread.
And then you try.
Skim milk.
No. You try to compare yourself to Jay, by saying, yo, Tony Busby goes at wealthy black men.
I ain't want to use that shit, bro. You're not even on that black shit. And then you want to use it because you're in trouble. Stop. Oh, black man. You're not even on that shit. Stop. Don't do that. Your ass got caught, man. You an idiot. You let some chick get your ass.
Shannon, I usually am all about trying to hear both sides of the story, but the one part of it that's throwing me is that you offered a 19-year-old $10 million.
Well, yo, Mason's saying it's like for these dudes have money to come with this comes with being a man with money and power. I'm not, but it's a lose-lose. You get married, you're gonna have to pay the chick.
Yeah.
You out here just slinging shit, you still gotta pay the chick. So I think it's better to just be married.
Like, what did he think was gonna? Again, I said this before, but what did he think was going to happen?
I mean, we can't be going back.
You know what?
Going back.
Listen, just a little food for thought while y'all out there, right? And this is for the people who think they're getting away with moving real, dodging fucking raindrops and shit, right? When they say when you date someone younger, there's nothing y'all have in common.
At all,
right?
That's why my rule is 25.
More importantly,
a chick under 25,
they don't care about you. They don't care about you. You're basically, it's a race against time about how long you're gonna deal with them and how much they can get out of you.
He's gonna be having you in there doing TikToks. Your old ass doing TikToks. I met his old ass doing TikToks. Why are you with a 20-year-old?
Now you over here doing TikToks.
Doing TikToks.
No bread.
Your knees hurt. Your back hurt. Why are you doing this shit with her?
You thought this shit was cool, huh? You thought you and Tracy Ellis Ross need to be together.
Yeah, I seen that. My papa put that up. Just be together, yo. Let's go. Let's go work.
Hey, yo, we got a match. We got a match. Yo, I swear to fucking God. Listen.
Yo, you want to talk about some serious shit? That sexual assault?
Yeah, bring it up. Let's talk about it.
In prison. That is the sentence for a former Baltimore police officer convicted of sexual abuse at his ex-wife's daycare. You may remember this story as James William Jr. has been behind bars since his conviction last year. This for abusing a child at Little Kids Castle Daycare in Owings Mills. Back in March, the parent of the victim filed a civil lawsuit to hold Williams financially accountable. His ex-wife, Shantira Young, also in prison for shooting Williams after she learned about that abuse. Story today, life in prison.
She shot him?
She shot him. She walked in on.
Yo, why you? No, she needs a fucking medal. Like, what the?
You know, first of all, when I first heard this story, I think when I was saying it was 2 years ago. When I first heard this story, it sounded like an episode of Power. Someone was selling drugs, and then they had a stash house right next to the fucking in the same building, a stash house of fentanyl where there's kids running around. First of all, let's start there. Mind blowing that he did it. Then one of the kids died because they found some of the fentanyl.
Oh, that's the same. This is the same daycare?
Mind blown.
Oh, wow.
But then you find out that your husband was S.A.ing one of the kids. S.A. One of the kids.
Yo, people, this some sick mother.
It's literally. He said he couldn't have said it better. There are some sick individuals out there.
That's great. Like, that just makes you think, like, you have a kid. Where is it safe to bring your kids? Like, where? They got people in your family doing stuff. You go in that daycare doing, like, where is it safe for you to bring your kids?
And that's
why probably these people don't want to have. That's why I guess the people ain't having kids like that. 'Cause, like, it's a crazy world.
It's another responsibility. It's another responsibility.
It's a crazy world.
No one wants to deal with like another story, and it's relevant to this, and it's kind of fucked up. Like you said, it's about safety and protection of your kids.
I feel like that's the scariest part. The place that you trust your kids with the most. That's where these sick motherfuckers is. There's their occupation. They're kid coaches. They work at daycare. They're teachers. The places where you trust your kids with these people. Those are where they're at.
The most vulnerable.
Yeah.
I another story similar to that. Just a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, it was a soccer coach, right?
Oh, I remember that one.
Soccer coach.
They found his phone.
He lost his phone.
It was like last year, right?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago, a little more than a year ago. He left his phone in a McDonald's. Someone went to go through the phone to find out who the phone belonged to. Went through the phone, found all these little kids in the most vulnerable positions doing pornographic pictures, not even knowing because they were
pornographic.
Pornographic pictures not knowing because they were all asleep and drugged. This culture would bring these kids to
special place in hell for you sick motherfuckers.
Drug them all with melatonin, and then invite people over to have sex with them, and they didn't even know it. And it took place for multiple times. They didn't know, and the way he got caught is through that. Like that's like when you send your kid to practice,
there's demons walking among us, yo.
You know, when
there's
you send
demons,
you send your kids to practice, you send your kids to other kids' houses to hang out. You like he said before, like it's like this is where you expect them to be the safest.
The safest. And they not safe.
Yo.
You take them to church, somebody trying to touch them. You take them to school, somebody trying to touch them. You take them to your aunt's house, somebody trying to touch them. It's crazy.
But another thing you gotta think about also when you said that it's a real life situation is that no one wants to have that burden on their heart knowing that
I can't protect you.
I can't protect you.
I can't.
That's a real thing.
It wasn't. I'm so happy that I have a family that I didn't even have to think about shit like that.
Yeah. No, I like.
But it was a different time, I guess. But then, it was happening.
It is, but mind you, it's so crazy because, like you said, it's all about the level. Like some parents now are so benevolent to like things because they don't think about the small details that literally can change the dynamics of kids' lives. So. It's scary to see like shit like that play itself out and know, like you said, there is monsters who walk amongst us.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like we definitely touched a lot of good things this week.
I mean, wait. I forgot to play because this is crazy. It's like everything just resurfaces now. Cause R.I.P. to my man Kevin Samuels. I know a lot of people hate him, but
she can still get it.
Talk about Tracy Ellis Ross.
There are a lot of guys who would slay that easy, would have no problem even being seen with her in public. But would a man that she wants do it?
Tracy Ellis, Shannon Sharp.
Let's say, imagine the man that Tracy Ellis Ross would get. Chances are he would be younger. Maybe some up-and-coming young actor. Can you imagine a woman like Tracy Ellis Ross with a 58-year-old CEO of a Fortune 50 company, an accomplishment? No, they needed a completely different woman. And that's the ultimate point. The longer you're by yourself, the less likely you are a good fit for anybody else.
Food for thought. The longer you're by yourself.
I know y'all hate Kevin Samuels, but yo. It should be connecting like the truth is something, most of the truth, people understand the truth is hard. That's why they lie to us about everything. Like the truth is the truth at the end of the day. I know it doesn't feel good. I know you don't like what people be saying, but this is the truth. The dudes that y'all want or the women that we want,
they still single, but they're by themselves. And more importantly, the older they get, the less likely someone wants them. I'm not.
We gonna close out with Ray J?
No, we're not even gonna talk about ageism there. We're just talking about the value you hold.
Start with the double standards. Y'all hate double standards, but y'all be if a man was out there talking about I only date younger women, you see what y'all doing the same. But y'all don't keep the same energy. That's all we're saying. Keep the same energy.
Keep the same energy.
Alright? It's wrong.
All facts.
Both sides. It's
facts.
wrong.
All
Man,
facts.
women.
All facts.
Just because that's one thing you gotta respect about women though. They would do that pussy unite shit. Men, we don't stick together, bro. There's gonna be one, even when the one stirs away and
together,
they start calling her pick me. When the chick doesn't do the pussy unite, the vagina unite shit, they're gonna start calling her a pick me. But these women, they would stick together. When it's to shit on men or go against them, they're gonna stick together. They're going to stick together. That's one thing I respect about women. They're gonna stick together. Even though they know it's some bullshit, they gonna stick the fucking together. They gonna be like, nah, vagina unite. We are not.
Vaginas unite!
Unite, like the diamonds, unite.
Throw them up. Listen, we love y'all, but y'all gotta.
Yeah, we love y'all. We can't live with y'all. We can't live without you. We love you guys.
You gotta choose your battles, though.
But you know you can't critique them. They're gonna say I hate men. I hate women now. If I statements.
Listen. Everybody.
I love y'all.
You know, everyone goes through this moment where they feel they get less attention, and this is similar to what we about to close out on. Is my boy Ray J.
Oh wait, I mean, did we? Let's close out on Ray J. We don't need to talk about Terrence Howard, do we?
No. Well, we can talk about it because they kind of run hand in hand if you want to talk about it. And this is a kind of a double dose of people who, whose credibility gets whose credibility gets.
You drink it too, you know.
Listen, before y'all talk about me, y'all need to talk to me. You see, once upon a time, if a man questioned another man's honor, he didn't do it from the shadows. He had to do it out in the open, with his name, his chest out, and his chin high. Not hiding behind a keyboard or tucked behind editing clips of fair use disclaimers. You see, citing Section 107 of the Copyright Act does not give you free rein to defame, misrepresent, or harm others' reputation. Fair use is not a shield for character assassination. So here's the simple truth. If you take my words, my image, my ideas, and twist them to feed your fear and inflate your ego, if you profit off of my name while calling me a liar, then be prepared to stand behind your accusations. Because in your world, men hide behind anything when they would work against it. If you're going to talk about the white papers, provide your own white paper as an argument to argue against the equations or the conclusions. But we're going to do this respectfully, otherwise we'll end in a duel. And I mean a duel, real life duel, where only one person walks away.
A duel!
Man, it's that Big's rage, man.
I think it's that. I challenge you to a duel.
I mean, yeah, I feel like, he's a public figure. It is what it is. It comes with the game.
There are a lot of things, though, that Terrence Howard has.
I mean, they got mad when he was talking about he was talking about, he had some hope. He was on, what was he on, Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
And he had that whole, he was going, the whole science world went against him, talking about they didn't believe his.
And quantum physics.
Yeah, his quantum physics and all that, yeah.
Listen.
I don't know, he sounded like he was just saying shit, but I don't know. I'm not an expert on the subject, but it just sounded like he was just saying shit.
So, it's interesting because we're going to tie these together because Ray J's also, he does something very similar to this, right? And
let me bring up the Ray J.
Let's hear this Ray J clip.
Wait, is it a clip? I think he's just talking.
So,
it's basically saying Ray J puts up in his story, my sister hates who I am, and all I'm doing is being myself. Don't know how to be better than who I am. I try to be, but I get depressed trying to change when I don't have my wife anymore and I have no stability. I'm sorry to my sister and who I am and my mom. I don't give a F about nobody else's feelings, but when it's my family, it makes me feel alone. So I turn up more. Stay tuned to my kids who might see this later when they are older. Just know I work hard for you and only you. If it wasn't for you, Melody and Epic, I wouldn't be locked up or dead, or I'm crashing out tonight.
Listen,
Ray J be on his, he be saying some shit like.
So Ray J, like Terrence Howard, they both held and hold a special place in all of our hearts for the contribution they've given to the culture, and more importantly, for the amount of work that they put in, in arts, in entertainment. And we don't know what Terrence Howard really does or behind the scenes, how.
I didn't know he had beef with Brandy.
Yeah?
Yeah, they have a strained relationship. I mean, they probably don't like the shit he's doing,
But so I kind of was leading up to the fact that, so Terrence Howard, we all know him from Empire. We all know him from Get Rich, not Get Rich or Die Trying.
I mean, he wasn't Get Rich or Die Trying.
He wasn't Get Rich or Die Trying.
Country, yeah.
He was country. And well, we all know him from a bunch of variable different characters.
Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow, and
Best Man Holiday.
And Ray J, just like him. Ray J had a lot of shows. The One Wish song, the Kim Kardashian.
Nah, but Terrence Howard's not bugging like Ray J be bugging online.
They both bug. Terrence Howard doesn't bug as much as Ray J because he's older and he doesn't know how to bug. But Terrence Howard, and bug is actually probably a trigger word if you want to address it like that. He has a different
crashing out.
He's crashing out. He's crashing out in regards to what he feels passionate about or what he feels unjust or unfair about, right? And same thing with Ray J. He feels like he's right about a lot of things, and this is the way he goes to show his passion for it. But, there are people who just don't believe that Terrence Howard was one of the people who trademarked or copyrighted some of these processes or some of these, technologies that we aren't aware of. Like,
I feel like we know him for acting. So, like, what time did you have to do this? Like, when did you start doing this? But we could be, people be doing shit they don't put out there. I'm not an expert, so I can't say what he's saying is bullshit because I'm not no science expert.
So I'm gonna give you a little background. You got people like Chameleonaire. He invested a lot of money when he started going down in the rap game into tech. You got to think of people like Kevin Costner. He came out with a company that had the ability to separate oil from water. These are investments of technologies, just like Seth Rogen said the other night on this episode of The Studio. It's always been like this. The people with the money in the arts always funds the fucking techies in the science field to make these products come to life, right? You need art. Art is a part of evolution.
Art is imagination, just like science. You gotta imagine the shit before you come up with that theory. But imagination is just like Albert Einstein said. Imagination is it's the key to everything, basically.
Exactly.
Before you create something, you have to imagine it first, right?
Yes, and one of the things that Seth spoke about in this episode, it may have come off as like a comedic approach, but the reality of it is, art plays a major part in our structure to life, but science also has a real importance to living. Are doctors more important to everyday life than a director? For the immediate answer, yes, right? But for the long-term spectrum of memories held within one's mind, yes, right? So, when you start thinking about people and how they contribute to art, you gotta separate those things, because they're in the art field. When they start talking things about outside of art, like science and shit like that, and you gotta question them.
Yeah, you can't have too many hats on. There's people judgment. You can't have too many. You only this, you only that. You
got Kanye.
Kanye is a gay guy now. All right, we don't want to talk about Kanye.
It's a
Kanye is a molester.
It's just that
he's a molester. He's a Hitler. He's a Nazi. He's a genius rapper, producer. He has mad hats.
So, like I was saying,
he's hailing Hitler now.
There's people who wear different hats, and the way
he's Superhead now.
Well, that's all we see them as. So don't judge people.
Pause.
We don't judge people because we don't know what they're really passionate about, other than what we see. Yeah. So when it's your time to essentially talk about or express your passion for anything.
I know we say that these celebrities, we could talk about them, they're open to talking, but then again, they're human at the end of the day.
They are human. And
so, I'll be saying, we can say whatever, but they are human at the end of the day. They're going to feel something. And we live in an era where everything, we get, people, like before, people would talk to you wouldn't know, but now we see, nobody could confront a celebrity and they'll see it. And celebrities, they don't even comment on the good shit. They can see 80 good comments, they're going to see the negative one.
Exactly.
That's what gets the attention. Negativity sells.
And that is exactly why we should always show love regardless.
Facts. See how you see it? Yo, the man know what he's doing. You see how he pulled that in? We got to show love regardless.
Another great episode.
Even though we critique, we got love for y'all. We love you, Shannon Sharp. Kanye, we kind of love you. Kind of.
LeBron, we love you.
LeBron, we love you.
Show love regardless. Another great month.
Yeah.
Deuces.